Hello guys. So this is my first official update of my 90-gallon tank. It's 5 years old. I checked the glues, the sides, the sealant I mean, and there's no cracks in the glass. There's no holes, there's no leaks. It's all good. Filtration system, I have two 110 aqua clears. They're 5 years old, but with new media. I swapped them in gradually so as not to shock the, biological systems. In here, the main reason I have this tank are my two turtles. This is my female 5-year-old red-eared slider. I shouldn't have said it in that order. And then that is my male painted turtle, and he's 3 years old. Then I have these goldfish. The orange one, this one, was a feeder from PetSmart for around 40 cents. His name is Orange Hobo. I'm pretty sure it's a female. She was the first in this tank, so she tends to bully the other goldfish. These two, this one right here, and this one, are comets. I got them at another PetSmart, a larger store, and they were sold as pets. They were in better shape. So I'm guessing that's contributed to them surviving Orange Hobo's attacks. But the white one is Murphy, and the orange-red one is Murphit. Down here I have giant danios. When I got them they were much smaller. They've been stealing the goldfish food, so that's why they're so big. And that rosy red minnow I called a parasite. It's a very tough fish. I had around 30 at one point in this tank when there were no goldfish in here, and they all died except for this one. I have 3 decorations, mostly for fish to hide from each other, to escape from turtles, and to provide more surfaces for bacteria to grow on, beneficial bacteria. I have a 200-watt heater. It's not nearly enough for this tank, but considering I only have turtles in here and hardy fish, I don't think it's a problem. And if the fish ever want to get more to the cooler side, they could just come to this corner. They tend to hang out in that corner anyway because that's right above the basking area, which I shall introduce next. This is my above tank basking area. I have a heater, a heat lamp and a UVB lamp. Switch them out. The UVB lamp I switch out every once a year. I also provide my turtles with sunlight during the summer. I made my own ramp, but since my turtles are a little heavy, and I only have zip ties holding the ramp up, I have this string just connecting it to the filter. Most of the time it's not weight bearing, so it's okay. Let's see, what else? I think that's basically it. Oh yeah, so turtles diet. Right now I have green leaf lettuce here. Usually I feed them red leaf lettuce, but by the time I get to the Walmart near my house, it's already half rotten. So I have to figure out when they get their shipping. I also feed them cuttlebone, specifically meant for turtles because the bird ones are just too dusty, I find. That's the box that they come in. Peel off the backing, which is really dangerous. I've cut myself multiple times. Just little like paper cuts basically. The problem with this is that it becomes very wide and it gets hard for them to be able to put their whole jaw around it. So the little one keeps on bouncing off basically, trying to get at it, because I've just got to angle it in a way that he finds a place where it's jagged from where the big turtle bit off a chunk. But it's very good stuff. I feed it maybe once a day, maybe once every 2 days. But yeah, these guys, I have to be careful where to stick my fingers in the tank. Periodically, I kind of just try to train them not to go over my fingers. So I'll get into the defensive, put my fingers in one spot and just flick my fingers, flick water at them when they come too close. Otherwise I can push their shells away, or yeah, just go like that until they figure out I'm not giving them anything. The goldfish I feed by hand. Murphy, the white one, is especially friendly towards me. Goldfish diet is mainly this. I feed them omega-1. Just the small pellets because I don't want them to choke. I'm probably going to continue with this brand until, you know, their whole life. For the turtles, I feed Reptimin once a week. I'm not crazy. This is just a container. This is the Reptimin. But I have a humongous container in my fridge that I don't like to open, so I just put that in there. This is my least nutritious food, but it's got a long, you know, day to go. So I feed these occasionally just so that the parasite can eat some. I don't really have any tropical fish food. I don't see the point in getting it. I know that it's probably a little bit different, but considering omega-1 is, you know, so high quality, I'm gonna stick with it for a while until I can start to pay for things on my own. What else? Oh yes, above tank basking area is made from plexiglass on the sides. Top is a screen top for a 20 gallon long, held together by Dollarama binder clips, and made of egg crate from Home Depot. Plexiglass is also from Home Depot. This took about a whole day to make, but not, you know, the entire day, just maybe from 10 a.m. to like 5 p.m. or something. But it was quite a while because we had trouble thinking of all the materials to get. We didn't plan it out properly. My friend helped me. Thermometer here comes from, I believe, Walmart in the fish section. So it's not as high quality as ones in PetSmart, but I mean, same function, right? So I don't hibernate my turtles ever. I don't want to risk them dying if I forget to, you know, put them in a specific place at a specific time, either for starting hibernation or ending it. Just don't like the risks. I'm not a risk taker. But she's doing very well. As you can see, she has some pyramiding, very, very mildly. But that's from the first part of her life where she literally lived in a little plastic tray, because that's all I could afford to keep her in at that time. I was trying to convince my parents to get me a 20 gallon long at that time. And so every day I changed her water 3 times, and I warmed her up with my hand. He lost his tail because she bit him the first day that he was put into the tank with her, and his toenails were also bitten. I'm pretty sure it was her. Could have been the filter, but it was probably her, because the filter wasn't that strong at that point, which is another problem. But yeah, this tank I'm going to try to keep going even when I'm in university, because I prefer this environment to, you know, them just getting by. I want them to thrive. Hopefully things stay this way for a long time. I don't have to tear down the tank because it's quite beautiful. The only thing I would change is not even get a new heater. I think it's fine for right now. And also the water should be, I think, 5 to 10 degrees less than the basking area, and my incandescent bulb isn't that strong, in my opinion. And, you know, Canada. The heaters, fine. I mean, the filter is the only thing I would change. I would change the outside if I, you know, had time, just for aesthetic reasons, because there's white, you know, calcium buildup or whatever that is, dead bacteria, exoskeletons of, you know, algae stuck on there, and I don't like it. But first thing I'm going to change would be the motor, because I'm pretty sure that the axis is not perfectly cylindrical anymore. It's probably worn down, and that's why it's making such a horrendous rattling noise. I'm going to have to order it from Big Al's and somehow figure out how I'm going to install it. I could pay them for them to come, or I could just go to their store and pick it up once they order it and install it myself. But just for the first time, I want someone to show me, because I don't want to experiment and, you know, kill the filter. Again, I hate taking risks, especially when it comes to pets and academics. anything else important. These guys have a pretty rich diet. I feed them, all of these guys actually, even the fish. I feed them mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, bloodworms, mini bloodworms, and daphnia. And on top of that, the turtles get mealworms very rarely, maybe like once a month, one mealworm. They get crickets, river shrimp, the freeze-dried, or yeah, no, just the frozen ones. And they get green leaf lettuce, red leaf lettuce, which I'm trying to find better quality ones of. Romaine lettuce when I don't have either of those. They get carrots and squash and sweet potato and zucchini, sometimes cucumber. I feed them about every 2 days, every day if I can remember. And I feed them protein related foods once a week. So yeah, the only problem that I have with them, they're very strong, very muscular limbs, which I approve of highly. The only thing is his shell. I'm guessing he's having a hard time shedding, because those air pockets are not supposed to be there. Don't worry, it's not actually bits of his shell missing, it's just air pockets. It looks golden because of the incandescent bulb's yellow light reflecting off it. So I have to find him something with vitamin E so he can shed his shell properly. But yeah, these goldfish are very hardy. Sometimes I feel bad for them because, you know, their tails are all shredded from living with these monsters. But turtles come first. Goldfish are there just for my pleasure. If I had to choose between them, I would definitely choose turtles. Anyways, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Sorry, it's so shaky, I'm getting up. So this is my tank. Hope you enjoyed that update.